Hey y'all, it's Bear, and today I'm here with my March wrap-up and my April Bears board game TBR. I have a lot of books to cover for my March wrap-up, so I'm going to organize them based on genre or format, and then try and give you a summary in 10 words or less, and then I will give you my rating. I attempted to do a 31 books in 31 days challenge in March, and it did not work, but I read 26. So that's still a lot. I'm proud of it. But the vlog got scrapped. So anyway, here we go. For nonfiction, I read The Mason House as the last great American readathon's group book by T. Marie Burton. No, I'm going to say very moving depiction of how grief can affect your life. 5 stars. For poetry, I read 3 books, all sent to me by Poet's Choice. Where Have All the Blue Jays Gone by Jennifer Ayala. Entertaining in the moment, but I probably won't revisit it. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Whispers in the Wind by Echo Quinn. Decent, but I felt like it dragged itself down. 3 stars. Questions We Didn't Ask Out Loud by Mars Heatherson. Surprisingly, a very realistic depiction of coming out and family. 5 stars. Then I have 3 short story collections. Just a Minute, also sent to me by Poet's Choice. I don't read flash fiction, so I'm a little confused. 3 stars. Take Us to Your Chief by Drew Hayden Taylor. Very entertaining depiction of sci-fi tropes through a native lens. 4 stars. This is Paradise by Christiana Cajahuela. Very moving stories, but inconsistent story length, and I'm going to give this one 4 stars. Then we have the graphic portion, graphic novels, children's picture books, manga, etc. Welcome to a New World by Jake Halpern and Michael Sloan. Interesting look at refugee families, things I didn't think about. 5 stars. Uzumaki by Junji Ito. Probably his best work narratively, but also my least favorite. 5 stars, my least favorite. The Adventures of Yoda and Gordo, illustrated by Tracy Hopkins. Corgi and Sloth, best friends, really cute, would read again. 5 stars. Invasion of the Unicorns. Children's book Doctor Who vibes made me cry a little. 4 stars. Tide Song by Wendy Zhu. Novice Witch, Water Dragon besties. I cried. Love the artwork. 5 stars, hands down. Then we have the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald manga. This is the whole run that I will be reviewing. My rating for all of these ranged individually 4 to 5, so I'm just giving it 5. Best villains yet. Unlikable characters with realistic development. Then we get into actual fiction. First, I reread The Scarecrow Rocks at Midnight by R.L. Stine. Nostalgic and memorable from childhood. Enjoyed revisiting it. 4 stars. The Girls Are Never Gone by Sarah Glenn Marsh. Surprisingly interesting sapphic ghost story, haunted house, metaphysical podcaster drama. 5 stars. Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. So glad I picked back up. Really enjoyed the atmosphere. 5 stars. Summer's Edge by Dana Meal. This is an art that comes out at the end of May. We'll have a review going up by release date. I Know What You Did Last Summer, but Ghosts. Twisty. 5 stars. Gloomtown by Ronald L. Smith, my Patreon book club pick. Very atmospheric. Characters fell flat. Would recommend. Good middle grade. Yeah, 4 stars. Then finally, The Obsession by Jesse Q. Sutanto. Underrated as fuck. Darker than expected. Deserved a better blurb. 5 stars. So those are all the books that I read in the month of March. Now I'm gonna go get my board game, my cards, and we're gonna figure out what I'm reading for April. So a couple of things before we jump into the actual rolling. I did get to break my book buying ban last month. Let me know if you want to see a book haul whenever everything actually shows up, because I did some online shopping on thrift books. The person who made my corgi pin is actually the illustrator of the Yoda and Gordo book, so I will leave a link to her Etsy shop downstairs if you want to go get yourself a copy. And B, I have decided to take all of the cards that we used from past TBRs and put them back into the deck. So they are all, this is like all of the cards that I've used. I still have some blanks. Drop your suggestions for reading prompts downstairs. Now onto the actual rolling. I'm going to give him a shuffle on camera. No, fuck. I'm so good at this unless I'm recording. Also, I'm sorry if I sound a little hoarse. I am currently under the weather with like a sinus thing. I feel gross, but please don't tell me if I sound gross. Okay, we have a 4. Okay. Snapshot. Read a book that you see on your Instagram feed. I have had this one before, so we will do that one this month. Ooh. A 6. Ooh. OOTD. Read a book that matches your current outfit. Currently, I'm in my A2 Brody long sleeve and sweatpants. So, that's fun. Oh. A 1. Okay, we haven't had this one in a while. This is Fear Street. Read a book published before you were born. And another one. Easter egg. Read a book referenced in another book. We have had this one before, so I will figure something out for that. And last roll, please be not a 1. Okay. It's not a 1, it's a 2. So that's where we're sitting for now on the board, all the way up here at the top. And last card, it's upside down. Okay. We all have also had this one. It is Saint. Give an author you disliked in the past a second chance. I don't know if I have anything. I'm going to check and see if I have anything for this one. In case I don't, I'm going to go ahead and flip the next card. Okay. Hannah Montana. Read a book that someone recommended to you in real life. So these are the 5 prompts. I'm going to go find books that match. Hi, I'm back. Let's see what I have. So this is a confusing TBR because like I have been wanting to read all of these books, but I never would have put them in the same reading month. I don't know why this feels like a weird stack to me, but it feels like a weird stack. So for the Easter egg prompt, reading a book referenced in another book, this one might be cheating. I'm going to read Dr. 13, Architecture and Morality. This is a comic book that is about a group of kind of like forgotten comic book characters from the DC universe trying to prove that they are worthy of not being erased from existence, from canon. So it's like these beings called the Architecture who are creating a new universe, and they're like, well, you guys are not liked, or you're problematic, or you're, have a dumb power or whatever, so we're just going to erase you from the universe. And it's a very meta commentary, supposedly. Will recommended this to me because I love Infectious Laughs from the Legion of Superheroes, so I'm assuming that this is referencing other books and is also referenced in other comic books. If not, I can just pick up a Legion of Superheroes comic because I'm assuming that since Infectious Laughs is in there, it's referenced. I can probably pick up any of these comics, although I'm probably going to stay away from the Confederate General and the Nazi Gorilla. I'm kind of excited to read it because I'm excited to see if they address, like, the fact that, like, obviously, did we need a Nazi gorilla in comic books? Did we need, like, a ghost of a Confederate soldier in comic book? I'll be interesting to see the commentary and how they deal with those two characters in particular. For outfit of the day, this was hard. I'm realizing I don't have enough purple books, but I also don't have anything with this specific purple on it, but I did find one that's kind of close. Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. This one has been recommended to me a lot in my comments, and like, hold on. So like, this is the outfit, right? That's about as close as I can get. It's like, see, it's just the same outfit, but it's flipped. That's as close as I can get. It says, Olive Langton is ablaze with the scandalous case of Franny Langton, who is accused of the brutal double murder of her employers, renowned scientist and his eccentric wife. Everyone's freaking out about the killings. The mysterious woman is being held. She does have a tale to tell, despite the testimonies of her being a seductress, a witch, a manipulator, a whore. She claims she can't recall what happened to that fateful evening or how she came to be covered in the victim's blood. even if remembering could save her life. This sounds good. I've also heard that it's sapphic, so we love some sapphic historical fiction. Don't know if that's true, that's just what I've heard. Then we have Snapshot, read a book on your Instagram feed. It always takes me such a long time to find this one, but I found this post, this reel that my friend Jessie from Bowties and Books did for this site or app called Pango, where they resell books. So looking at actual posts and photos didn't help, but finding that reel in my feed did help, because I basically had access to Jessie's entire bookshelf. And what else am I gonna pick if I'm referencing Jessie in a video than in a quick AMSE book? I saw The Death of Vivek OJ twice on their shelf, so I would count this. I also know that Quick AMSE is one of their favorite authors. Y'all did this to me, Jessie. Y'all did this to me. I've heard that I'm gonna like this one a lot. Like, people have said if I'm going to read in the Quick AMSE book, this should be the one that I go for. So, that's what we're rolling with. That's what we got this month. Then, for the Fear Street card, read a book published before you were born. I am reading Harvest Home by Thomas Tryon. This is the Patreon book club pick, and this is about a man and I think his wife going to the small town where there's like a cult of witches. There's also a mini series that I am going to see if I can find around on the internet. It's apparently really hard to find. I'm gonna see if I can find it. We're gonna watch it in the vlog. We're gonna read the book. We're gonna discuss our thoughts. It's apparently the only film that's ever scared my father, so I'm very excited to check it out. And finally, the Saint card, give an author you've disliked in the past a second chance. I am reading, oh, I dropped it. I'm gonna try and read The Gilded Wolves by Rashani Chochki, and it's not that I have disliked Rashani Chochki in the past, right? I read or tried to read Arusha in The End of Time, and I ended up DNFing it with the intention of picking back up, but I did DNF it. So I'm counting that as authors I've disliked, because looking through my TBR, it's not that I have authors I've disliked. It's like I've read one book and loved it, and read one book and not liked it, or I've read one book and DNF'd it. So that's what I'm going with this card from here on out. So I know that The Gilded Wolves is a heist novel, and I think it's set in France. 1889, the city is on the cusp of industry and power. Oh, magic, dark truths, treasure hunter, the Order of Babel, I don't know. Parisian heist fantasy novel. If I'm gonna read a fantasy novel, it's probably gonna be a heist novel, so Gilded Wolves. Also, have heard that this is fantastic, and I need to read it. Is it pretty? Oh, it's pretty. Oh, fuck me. Also, I've had some people online say that this gives them major Cowboy Like Me vibes, which is my favorite song on Evermore, and I've been in a big Evermore mood lately, so we're gonna see if this'll work for that recommendation. So those are all the books on my official TBR, but I do have 3 more that I want to talk about today very quickly. One I'm in the middle of, that's Velvet is the Night by Sylvia Marino Garcia. You can see I am about halfway through. This one is a historical crime noir that takes place in Mexico. And I have my Arc of the Honeys by Ryan LaSala. Thank you to Ryan for sending me a copy. This one comes out on May 3rd, so I do need to read it in April. So I can get my review posted by then. And this one is like queer midsommar with non-binary teenager and like family angst and drama and an elite summer camp for like snooty rich kids. And finally we have In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This is a queer fantasy pirate romance rogue magician sort of thing, and it is the group book for the last Great American Readathon for the month of April. The theme is fearless. So those are all the books I plan on reading this month. Let me know your thoughts about them if you've read any of them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, subscribe, share, etc., as well as answering the comment question of the day, which today is going to be, let me know the best book that you read last month and the book that you're most excited to read this month. That's pretty standard for my comment question, I think, for TBR videos. If you don't have time, you don't have spoons, you don't have an answer, you don't want to answer, let me know you made it all the way until the end of the video by leaving me a yellow heart or a smiley face emoticon. Everything and everyone I mentioned today will be linked downstairs, so make sure you go check that out, as well as places you can support me further, like my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Amazon wishlist if you would like to buy me a book. Patreon is the easiest way to support the channel, and you do get access to the monthly horror book and movie club. You get early access to readathon prompts that I'm hosting, book clubs that I'm hosting, so go check it out if you're interested. If not, that's fine. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you next time with another video. Thank you for watching. Okay, cool. Bye! Glasses off.